My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids, I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and to support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Well, it's time for one of the top teams in America to make their debut in the conference tournament. It is the University of Pikeville's Bears taking on the Bryan College Lions, who hope to slay a giant. Can they do it? You and I will find out together. Hello, welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. It's the 11-win Bryan College Lions trying to topple the 25-3 University of Pikeville Bears. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, and Frank Osborne along with me for broadcast coverage of this one, what promises to be a thrilling showdown. Guys, this is going to be a great matchup.
A great matchup indeed, and really a David and Goliath story potentially on our hands. The 9th seed in the tournament, the Bryan College Lions, going up against not just the top team in the AAC, one of the top teams in the entire country in the U-Pike Bears.
Yeah, and we've seen U-Pike. They've been unbelievable all season, although their one loss in conference coming to a team who did not make tournaments. So we've seen them being upset by the underdog before. Will the script rewrite itself today?
Ty Compton, the head coach of the Pikeville Bears, hoping to deliver a resounding victory to start their tournament run. And obviously, I don't think any of us will be shocked. Before we go on and get started with tip-off, a brief look. The regular season champions getting a photo together on the floor, the Pikeville Bears. A brief look at our day one schedule. So these are the games you missed yesterday if you weren't tuned in. On the men's side, Bryan College bested Truett McConnell. That's how they got to this game. And the Lions, powered by their freshmen, hoping to keep it going. Reinhardt University fell on a breathtaking buzzer beater from the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Then we flipped to the women's side where Montreat College and the Cavaliers took care of business. And Union Commonwealth fell to a handily victorious Spartanburg Methodist side. This is today's schedule. So Union Commonwealth's men's team just came up with a big win. We're in game 2, as you can see, Bryan College and Pikeville. All of these games live and free. We're going to be here all day long. 14 hours of coverage. Get some popcorn, sit down, turn on the TV, and don't move. We got you covered. They're introducing the starting lineups right now. Before we go through that, we've got a few pieces of housekeeping to take care of together, guys. Let's start with a look at our men's Appalachian Athletic Conference all-conference selections, starting with the coach there, and this is the full all-conference team. So much success during the course of the season. Really fun to just watch them come through and get it all done. And, you know, these guys, so deserving of these awards, and we were excited to see them come out and see the different people selected to these teams, see the recognition for their hard work as they're getting recognized right now in Kingsport for everything they were able to do this year.
And it was almost a clean sweep for the U-Pike Bears, getting Bradley Bunch in there as the player of the year, also having Zion Blevins winning both defensive player of the year and making his way onto the all-conference team. U-Pike up and down that list, so many different athletes, so much success.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see Bryan's game plan today. Will they have changed anything based on the players they're facing, or is there too many of them to come up with a game plan? Stop Bunch, and there's still some quality players out there. This is going to be exciting.
Thrilling matchup in store for us. Glad you are along for the ride. This is it. We're ready for tip.
Something major to watch out for in this game. Jerry Taylor Jr., the best player on the team for the Bryan College Lions, had a quiet game offensively for Bryan in their first matchup. We'll see if he gets going a little bit more from a scoring standpoint here in their second game in Kingsport.
That's a good point. Very much due for a big outing in this second game. Flip down the floor, and right away the call for the Bryan College Lions.
You just know it already. Everyone here, everyone in the crowd wants the underdog story. Half the crowd celebrating that already. Everyone wants Bryan to win. Who doesn't love an underdog?
Bryan, they do have a bit of a hometown advantage, being that this is their home state here in Tennessee. U-Pike making that trip over from Pikeville, Kentucky.
Having a problem with the shot clock on the floor.
How about Bradley Bunch for you, Pike? Bunch, back-to-back Player of the Year awards for him. One of the best players, not just currently in the AAC, but one of the best players in AAC history. And we see Bunch already in the post against Moten. Bunch looking, kicks it out to Warwicks. Cutlip for three, knocks it down. Kenyon Cutlip from downtown. U-Pike striking first blood. Scores 3-0. Pikeville out in front early on. U-Pike far and away the best offensive team in the AAC. First in almost every quantifiable category, points per game, field goals made, field goal percentage, three-point percentage. Such a difficult team to stop on that end of the floor.
It's absolutely bananas. I mean, you could talk about it. We could just chat about how successful they've been statistically for the entire game, but 85 points per game. I mean, they're averaging 30 field goals made per outing. It's just unbelievable. Headed the other way, down low, disrupted immediately. Taken right back. Bryan College Lions through the center of the floor. On the top of the block, it's Taylor Jr. Defended and having a hard time getting through as it's ripped away successfully by the Bears of Pikeville and Blevins.
Yeah, that was the Defensive Player of the Year, doing what he does best, getting that stop in the post.
Well, this Pikeville team just got so much quality. You stop one, there's still four of the best players the conference has seen.
Hayden the junior stole that right out of the air. Beautiful turnover created for Bryan College. Three ball, that one from the banks of the Tennessee River, just couldn't get it to go. So these are two teams that, I wouldn't call them local by any means, but two of the shorter drives you're going to see in the tournament. Pikeville is, a couple hours north of Bristol here, just outside of town. A quick trip through Appalachia. Dayton, Tennessee is about 2.5 hours away if I had to guess without Google mapping it. It's just outside of the Knoxville area. So this is as local of a matchup as you're going to get in this tournament, barring something involving Milligan. Good entry feed, it's Blevins. Knifes his way to the low paint, working down inside and off the window, this won't go.
Right now the offense late arriving for U-Pike. They're still getting adjusted to the venue. Bryan does have the advantage in that regard. They've already played a game here on this floor, so they should have an understanding of how to attack in this new environment.
Let me stop you there. Actually, Pikeville played here, and I covered them right after Thanksgiving in the show, so they have the advantage of having played 2 full games and one early in the season in this venue. Off the glass, and maybe they're a little rusty inside of the gym. I would agree with you on that, as so far they're cold, and we've been talking all tournament about the depth perception. It's being thrown off, we believe, by the height of the ceiling.
Yeah, and to that point, while that may be true, they did play a few games here earlier in the season. That being so long ago, they've gotten used to their own friendly confines as well as some of the other gyms around the conference. It will take a bit of an adjustment, but not for Kenyon Cutlip.
Oh my goodness, Cutlip the senior knocks down the 3-ball for the Pikeville Bears.
Well, talking about that, the differences in playing in this gym, I'd be interested to see if a team was to make their home gym something like this, how the outcome would be. Would they be unbelievable at home and struggle away? Or would teams just struggle to come to them and they'd be ready for a conference tournament?
Taylor Jr. off the window, the putback goes for Bryan College.
In terms of matchups, I don't think there'll be more of a matchup that will decide this game, more so than what we'll see down low. Jerry Taylor Jr., second team all-conference. Zion Blevins, the conference player, the conference freshman that won Defensive Player of the Year.
Cutlip entry feed. Working his way down low and off the glass, and one for the senior, L.A. Walker.
L.A. Walker, another first-team all-conference selection for the Pikeville Bears. Gets it done inside and out this time, attacking the basket.
Well-deserved selection. L.A. Walker, yesterday I talked about players I'm going to miss watching play, and seeing these seniors kind of bumming me out. We've seen the careers of these guys develop and grow, and just incredible to watch guys like L.A. Walker carry through with their entire career. L.A. Walker's been a long-time staple for the Pikeville Bears and a lot of fun to watch play. Would be remiss without mentioning Kean Warwicks by name in that conversation as well. From the corner, the freshman, a little heat check for Ty Gibbs. And Frank, you had a chance to catch up with Ty Gibbs after the game last night for Bryan, and he was feeling it.
Yeah, he found his form early on in the game yesterday. He was so important for Bryan and making sure they got here, and he was very happy with it too. It's always nice to see.
Cutlip lights off the three and hits this from the front porch of Eastman Chemical.
And Kenyon Cutlip, of the men on the floor, probably the least heralded player. L.A. Walker, Bradley Bunch, Keon Warwick's first team all-conference selections. Of course, Zion Blevins was second team and defensive player of the year. But Kenyon Cutlip, a great player in his own right. 9 points already.
Selected by the national media as the most likely to win the conference tournament, the Pikeville Bears. Reinhardt Eagles, the women's side. 3 ball for Brentwood, and it clatters off. This rolling backward, quickly working down the floor, and Pikeville, too easy as they coast in for a double-digit advantage, leading by 10 for the first time today, 14-4. Unreal start for Pikeville.
This is exactly what they needed. Silence all the critics. You've got people here that wanted, they'll all want the underdog story, and the longer it goes where that's possible, the more the crowd's going to get involved. So this is the best start possible for the Bears. Just silence everyone, kill the game, make it just another game where people aren't too interested, and get through to the next round, face Union.
Absolutely. We've already seen the schedule for the tournament. These are the top teams entering. This is the final week of standings in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, so not everybody listed is here, but this is basically how it shook out, and Reinhardt able to sneak in. Milligan just bumped out on the men's side. Before we look too long at this, though, the reason I bring this up so early in the broadcast is so we can take a look at the national rankings. These are the top 25 teams in the nation. We've got 1 through 21, and look at where the Bears are. Number 10, just behind Kaiser, just ahead of Bethel. We saw Freed Hardeman play at the show as well on the Southeast Sports Network, and my goodness, I think the Lions had 35 steals against CIU in the first half. I've never seen a team play like that. That's your quick look at the top teams in the country as we welcome you back onto the floor. Coach Latch of the Bryan Lions on screen. We are back underway between these two. Early 10-point advantage, 14-4, Pikeville leading Bryan College.
Bryan needs to try to find a way to generate some good looks offensively. Pike all over them on the defensive side so far.
Kissed off the front of the iron. Pikeville takes it down, and they'll run the floor. It's L.A. Walker to Cutlip, back outside. He was defended by Taylor Jr., didn't like it. Brentwood forces him around. Cutlip tries to pull the trigger. Warwick's heavily contested, just short. Good defensive effort.
We touched on it yesterday. There's something so nice about Warwick's being from Pikeville and being able to represent his hometown.
That's rare at the collegiate level these days, and that always kind of bums me out. You know, I love to see the hometown guys in every sport. On the way for Pikeville, Warwick's goes to work down inside and can't quite finish as it remains a 10-point advantage for the Bears.
Yeah, that was a nifty little move by Warwick's, able to get that ball up, just couldn't get it to go down.
Pikeville airs it out down the floor. Gathered and finished down inside for 2 more. An easy automatic bucket for the Bears.
Yeah, and Pike, they're so effective at being able to execute offensively, but when they're getting that transition game to go along with their half-court attack, such a tough team to stop.
Set up in the attacking end of the floor. Moten, the only one with points on the floor right now for Bryan College. Cutlip already to 9, Walker with 5, Bunch with a pair. Bears ready to make a change. We get the horn, and this turned over, going the other way. So you'll see on screen L.A. Walker coming off of the floor as Pikeville shaking up the lineup. One thing that's so difficult about playing Pikeville for conference opponents, other programs in the region, their depth is just indomitable. How do you pace against a team that can go to the bench and bring on starting quality players?
Well, you really just have to take it minute by minute. you can't just think, okay, they played 10 guys, so we have to play 10 guys. Maybe that means calling some extra timeouts to make sure that your best lineups keep rhythm and stay in the game. Maybe you got to play some of your best players extended minutes to match up with that. It really just depends on how you want to attack it. But right now, Bryan can't afford to take their best lineups off the floor.
Gibbs and Torres on for the Lions. Breadwood Moten off. Rigdon and Salmons come on for Pikeville. Walker and Blevins to the bench. Coach Ty Compton standing by, directing the Bears' attack. They lead by a wide margin, a dozen points early. Bryan College Lions driving down the edge of the block. It's short. Took a weak arc. Taken down by Pikeville. They're running the floor with pace. Dished across to the back door. Good pass by Bradley Bunch, the player of the year for the league. There's Warwick's through. He's got a lane and gets the call.
Pikeville have got this real kind of swagger about them. It looks comfortable. They look like they know that they're the best. They're doing it. It looks almost easy, and this is what they do. It's why they're the team that they are. It's why they're nationally ranked so high. Games like this should not be a problem for them.
I tell you, I haven't seen many players who are more difficult to stop on the drive than Keon Warwick. He's so hard to stay in front of, so quick and shifty.
And 84% at the line this season as well to add to it. So already 17 points, a lucky number 13 advantage with a dozen to play in our first half. Pikeville gets both at the line. We talked to Keon Warwick's at the show after their big victory on day 2 of the show right here on this very floor. And I asked Keon what his favorite thing about playing in the show was every year for Pikeville, and he said, the first thing I do is open the DoorDash app and check for desserts, and I just love that answer. He's such a nice guy.
Don't worry, Keon, I do the same thing.
Dude, you have to. Driving down along the block. Salmons kicked it out. Pikeville, Cutlip out to Warwick. He's way back on the front court. I thought he'd pull the trigger. Warwick still looked like he wanted to pull. Now we get one from three-point land. He gets it to go from downtown Kingsport.
Yeah, and that's our conference player of the year, Bradley Bunch, knocking down the shot. He's been quiet, getting himself eased into the game. Well, nothing easy about that one.
Bryan Lions, the team from Dayton, almost poked away. Bryan College over the top. Down to the corner for three and wide. Not quite the touch he needed.
Well, that's just the strength Pikeville have. We're focusing there on Keon Warwick's, and in turn, Bradley Bunch gets some space. You forget he's player of the year, and he's going to shoot them all day.
He's going to bury anything he can get. I mean, Bunch, unreal season for Pikeville. The stats are wild. Almost scored 500 points as he averaged 17 a game. Shot 50% from the floor, 40% from long range, 82% at the line as he gets this to go for a couple more. 24-4 on the three ball.
But the best part about that play is really just the nonchalant jog down the court after knocking down that three.
It's wild.
I'm telling you, if I score a three, I'm at least giving a little fist pump or something.
Bryan hasn't scored in over 7 minutes of gameplay. They've got to find a way to get some points. A long drought, no field goals from the floor in that stretch, obviously.
Yeah, oddly enough, a quirk here about this conference tournament. UPike is 18-1 in conference play, but against the teams here in Kingsport, Tennessee, they're unbeaten 18-0. Their only conference loss coming up against the Milligan Buffaloes, who finished 11 in the conference. So there is not a team here in Kingsport that has experienced beating this iteration of the UPike Bears.
That's a really interesting note. I'm glad you brought that up as Pikeville sees that insane run Cutlip wants to add to their total as it's 24-6. I'm sure there's a committee that's going to love to hear me say this, but man, you got to let Milligan play, right? They beat the number 10 team in the country. It's their hometown. They're not playing. I'm sure they're watching like, yeah, we should be there. We should be playing right now. That's tough.
Well, there was something quite nice about the day that Pikeville lost to Milligan, because in the girls, Milligan lost their unbeaten streak to Pikeville, so it was almost a nice irony.
And that's a team we haven't been able to see play yet either in this iteration of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. The Milligan women's basketball program is electric, and we are headed for a train head-on collision. BNSF and I'm trying to think of another railway, but you get the joke. Coming together with the Reinhardt Eagles, it is going to be monumental in Kingsport this year on the women's side.
Yeah, the women's side really having three teams that you can sort of interchange as favorites: Milligan, Reinhardt, and then Bryan College as well.
We haven't been able to take a look at a couple of things yet, so while they take a time out on the floor, we'll keep it here. We did look at our players of the year and some well-deserved honors, obviously. So much fun to watch these guys clean up the awards, and Pikeville felt like they took them all. Am I mistaken on that, or would you guys agree?
Almost everything. Newcomer of the year going to Aiden Taylor, but outside of that, just all Pikeville here in the AAC, much like it's been on the floor all season long.
I don't think there's any surprise about that. When you're the best team, one of the best teams in the country, if you're playing regularly and doing well for them, if you're not in the team of the year for the conference, you'd be very disappointed.
And so we get a look at the bracket for the men's side. Now this has already changed because we played a game this morning, but Lorenzo, there's a look at our men's basketball bracket. Can you talk to me about this?
Well, this is actually our women's basketball bracket with Milligan being at the top seed of it. But Milligan, again, going to be a team that we're going to watch for, and they've been so spectacular all season long. Should be interesting to see what they can do as they likely play against Pikeville in that second round. That would be a very interesting matchup between two squads.
Good save. Here's the men's bracket that we were trying to look at. This is Pikeville and Bryan. You can see Bryan overcame TMU yesterday to get to this game, and we already saw Columbia and Union Commonwealth play. Clangs off the iron. He'll take another 24-8. We're 11 minutes into this one. Pikeville seeking their 26th win. They're 3-1 in neutral site games. They went 12-0 at home in Pikeville, Kentucky. I mean, that's bananas.
I mean, friendly confine seems like an understatement for that one.
Death Valley, Kentucky edition.
Like, they've really been dominant all year long. They've won 24 of their last 25 games.
Little bunny from inside, knocked down to make it 10 points for the Lions. Two points for Torres. Jerry Taylor Jr.'s got 6. Cole, the one who just made that jumper. Warwick's has a pair. L.A. Walker with 5 and Rigdon with a point as well.
It's a hard one for Bryan today because if you press aggressively, there's so much room for some of the best players in the conference, and Warwick's can just dribble past you. But if you don't, how good are Pikeville from distance? They've shown that early on.
In a very good mood. Working this all around Bryan Lions. Trying to figure out how to get this through against this Pikeville Bears program. It just seems like Pikeville is impenetrable, right? Even if they give you the lane, you get in there and there's nothing you can do. And I think that's interesting because they don't have a true big man. You see teams in the Appalachian Athletic Conference have guys like Mason Lockhart, and they're successful because they have that big man, right? You look around the country and you see teams like Ave Maria. You see Northwestern out of Indiana. You see all these teams succeed because they have that big man that is a key piece for them down inside. Pikeville doesn't have that, and it doesn't seem to matter. They're electric and use many guys down low in the paint.
Yeah, and their defensive system is a little bit more akin to a pack line type of system that we saw Tony Bennett make famous in Virginia. Ty Compton really wanted to keep his guards towards the top of the key. And then they usually have 3 or 4 interchangeable pieces defensively that can switch up and down positions. So that makes it a little bit easier when you're throwing out 4 guys between 6'5" and 6'8" that can switch and guard in a pinch. That can make your defense, even though lacking a true rim protector, very effective. And Zion Blevins does a nice job spearheading the charge for them in that regard.
I really like this freshman right here that gets blocked by Blevins inside on cue as you reference his rim protection. Pikeville reverses floors, and that has enough butter to roll.
Not a big fan of butter, but I'm with you.
Not a butter guy?
Nah, not a butter guy. I love syrup, though.
Nah, butter when it's melted, though.
Yeah, it's good.
I could do without. Maybe.
Do you butter your breakfast?
I use mayo for my grilled cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a life hack.
Wow.
There's no way that's normal.
It's a life hack. Okay, so don't knock it before you try it. So when you go home and you put mayo on both sides of the bread, talk to me. Tweet at me, LCRob75, Instagram _Renzo75, and let me know what you guys think.
27-13.
Hopefully someone's listening and at halftime can try it and can let us know.
This is tipped and regathered on the wing. Driving down into the block, rejected. Blevins sends that over the mountains.
So I think Zion Blevins took it personally when you said that they don't have a true rim protector. He may not be a true rim protector from a size standpoint, but again, his athleticism and ability to guard pretty much any position on the floor is why he was named Conference Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, because I'm sure if you're a fan or a student at Pikeville, you might have taken that as they don't have a guy inside to do that. And that's obviously not what I meant. They have the tools to get it done inside. Off the glass, this won't go. I mean, he's just amazing. And it was right on cue. He's heated up and has been packing shots inside since I said that.
He's got an earpiece in and didn't like it.
A fan favorite thing that we bring up every year when we're in Kingsport on the Southeast Sports Network. Lorenzo has experienced this. Frank is not only going to experience this with the Southeast Sports Network for the first time tonight, unbelievably, he's never ventured to Waffle House since he's been in the States. I can't believe I get to do this with you for the first time. This is very exciting for me. I have so many friends from your neck of the woods to share this experience that I'm taking you there for the first time with. But NAIA Ball, the baseball account, and the brands that cover these different leagues, they love when we talk about going to Waffle House. So we're on Waffle House alert for about 11 o'clock tonight or maybe midnight.
Does that make me a true American if I go there? Ticks it off.
You can probably get a red, white, and blue T-shirt for that one. Driving down around the edge of the wing.
So now UPike getting that 2-3 zone, really trying to force Bryan College to beat them from the perimeter, but the Lions have been unable to do so thus far.
Warwick's on the straightaway, dished all the way around. Pikeville has been fully in command. Cutlip has 9 points, 7 for Walker, 8 for Bunch. Fought it out to the straightaway. Cutlip for 11 points from the elbow. It's automatic. He is just nuts.
Yeah, how about that, Bradley Bunch? We see UPike getting into their offensive set, executing at a high level, but to have a guy like Bradley Bunch that can take out the do-it-yourself kid at a moment's notice really extends their championship ceiling.
Lions try to respond, 31-13, 5 and change left to go in this first half. Warwicks gives it, fired as he's fouled at the three-point line, and won a chance at the four-point play for Cutlip.
Kenyon Cutlip, fourth made three-pointer of the game. 4 guys getting all conference selections for UPike. He's that 5th starter. He's saying, hey, I should have gotten some recognition as well.
I guess. Cutlip averaging 10 per game this season, shooting 41% from outside, and in this line, 73%, so seeking a 4th point. He's already got a dozen in the game and makes it lucky number 13 for his score line in the Pikeville Bears.
Well, one thing that's going to be really interesting going into next year is there is a lot of seniors in this Pikeville lineup. Are they going to recruit more upperclassmen to just hand the reign over, or are they going to be relying on younger? It's almost going to be a new lineup completely.
Yeah,
Bryan Lyons drives and fires from the top of the block.
That is a good point. It's going to be very interesting to see what route they take in terms of team building. It was a little bit easier for them to build out this season's lineup because they had so much returning. Warwicks and Bunch and Cutlip and guys like that were so important to the team they had last season.
35-13, 4 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in our first half. Can the Lions get a couple of buckets before the halftime break? They need them. They need to shorten this gap just a little bit We'll see if they can in a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Back in Kingsport between the Bears of Pikeville and Bryan College Lions. Glad you're along for the ride with us. It has been a red-hot start for Pikeville. I don't think we're too surprised to see this. They're the regular season champions being lauded across the country for their success this year as the Lions get a point back on the free throw. But obviously Bryan needs a big, big shovel. They have the tools to come back in this, but so far it's been all Pikeville Bears.
Yeah, it's been rough sledding. U-Pike switching in and out of that zone, forcing Bryan to be very effective when it comes to executing offensively. Bryan not really a great jump shooting team this year, right now being forced to do something they haven't done a ton of this year. U-Pike doing a nice job on that end and then executing on offense as well.
Entry feed. Pulls up for three and gets it to go. Bunch has lucky number 13 points on the day.
It just looks so easy for him. He doesn't even look happy when he gets the shot. He just jogs back into position as if this is business more than anything.
How do you even defend that? He just turned around, rose, and fired right over the top of the defender.
You have to believe. Dished across. The drive to the baseline, fighting it through to the back door, and stolen by Bunch. Uncorked down the floor, Cudlip hits the E-brake and sent to the straightaway.
And I know I spoke about it earlier, and I just can't help but rave at the defense that Zion Blevins played. That was really indicative of the defense he's played all year. That last possession, stopping the drive, coming across in rim protection off the weak side, really mucking up that entire possession for the Bryan Lions.
Lions, floater, too much sauce. Redwood pumps, fires with a defender in his face and hits this in the eye of Blevins.
Much needed shot from long range from Bryan, really getting the lid off the basket. It's been a while since they've seen a field goal go down. That also the first made three of the game for Bryan. 1 of 10 from beyond the arc.
Redwood knocked that down.
With the personnel that Pikeville have, it's so dangerous on the attack that Bryan are almost doubling up every now and then, and it just leaves a Pikeville player on his own in Acres, and Pikeville players are good enough that they're just going to make it count almost every time.
Lions, backdoor feet, nice kiss off the glass. 20 points scored by the Lions. It's 38-20. Pikeville, they lead by a legal adult, 18. You can take my mic away now. Handed off by Bunch to Warricks. Blevins entry feed, and it sails on him. Lions making some changes. 2 1/4 to play in our first half, and it's been all Pikeville Bears so far.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what you're saying. If you're Coach Latch with Bryan, Pikeville were just very good.
We've seen some wild comebacks on the Southeast Sports Network in this tournament, so personally I'd say don't count yourself out, right? Just hang in there, be confident, go back to fundamentals, from the elbow this goes. Brentwood laying it down, baking it up, watching it rise to 7 points on his stat line.
Yeah, that's really all you can do. You can't get into a situation where you start to doubt yourself, but you can't play the score. There are no 16-point plays that you can get. You have to just take it one play at a time.
Finesse that through, we'll head the other way.
Again, Jerry Taylor Jr. quiet so far for Bryan. They're going to need him to get going. Hasn't taken a lot of shots. He's been efficient in the shots that he's taken so far at 3 of 4. Would love to see him get more touches.
The orange from just in the block as we have a collision inside, and we're stopped. 70 seconds still to play in this first half.
Substitution of Bryan, number 14, Aiden Bolton. At the line for 1+1.
Couple of changes. Bears man, after being fouled, headed to the line. Rims and floats out. Lions haul it in. The Tennessee team battling the Kentucky Bears. This is off the mark. Bunch. Hold it in. Down the baseline and fouled intentionally. Thought he was free to take that all the way, but L.A. Walker gonna head to the stripe.
Inside these last 50 seconds, 48.7 remaining left here in the first half. Bryan, they want to try to come up with some plays to build momentum and hopefully take that with them into the break.
Smooth.
Gabe, you spoke a little bit about the depth that U-Pike has. How many teams in this conference would L.A. Walker likely lead in scoring? L.A. Walker is such an effective player, both getting downhill and finishing, as well as taking shots from beyond the arc. He would be the best player on a lot of teams that we've seen here in Kingsport.
I agree. Imagine taking him and plugging him into the offense of CIU alongside those superstars. Imagine taking him and putting him on the roster of the Union Bulldogs. You could take him and plug him into so many other teams around the conference, and he might be the superstar on that team, right? Just depending on how he fits into the final mold that comes together with all those players. It's unbelievable just how talented he really is.
He's one of those players that, where he's in such a strong team, might not get all the recognition that he possibly deserves.
Warwicks gave it off. Shot clock is off. 5, 4, 3. Drives and disrupted. Gets it off anyhow. The putback won't go in time as that takes us down to the halftime break. Half number 1 in the books and off the clock. It's a 16-point advantage after 20 minutes for the Bears of Pikeville over the Bryan Lions. Brief thoughts from you guys on half 1.
Number 1 team in the bracket being dominant early, but it does appear that they're going to put some time back on the clock.
0.3 seconds.
They fooled us. That was
They
good.
did.
It worked.
We were led astray.
We almost went to the break. This goes.
That happens. This is a live production, folks. This is live.
You know, the official mentioned you when I talked to him down there.
Really?
He did.
What did he say?
So take it easy on us. This goes at the line as well. And that does it for our 0.3 seconds on the clock. We're able to shave those off. Quick thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, the number 1 team in the conference doing what they do best, getting it done on both ends of the floor. Bradley Bunch, of course, leading the way with 13. U-Pike looking strong early.
Yeah, Pikeville done really well to just make this any normal game, not play the occasion, not let it become something it doesn't need to be. They've done excellent. They've sort of been in cruise control. Bradley Bunch just taking it easy and flying for the Bears.
There you have it, 1 half in the books. it is a big advantage for the Pikeville Bears in Kingsport, Tennessee. We'll return and give you halftime analysis with Frank Osborne in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network between the Lions and Bears.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom. I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These are the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah. My God. Every time with his team, man. Coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey! Okay, man! That boy lit! That boy lit!
Up. That's it. You got one more for you.
We got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi. You're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violent, man. Honestly.
Look at me. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can. I really can't.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Oh, come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Cam, it's all good. Take the hit. Embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby. Man, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Okay, time.
Hey, Edwards, we're game. MVP.
muévete. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete. Mueve loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza y sacúdete. Sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Back with coverage from the Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball tournament, and entering our second half, Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne, a really exciting first half of play. This second half off to a red-hot start between these two teams. Huge lead for the Pikeville Bears.
Yeah, Pikeville have just been in first gear, really. They've not had to get out of it. They've just been cruising. They've got the quality, got the control.
It's really unfortunate for the Bryan Lions that their best player, being Jerry Taylor Jr., is a guy who gets his bread buttered in the post. He's going against one of the best in post defense in Zion Blevins, really trying to work against him, but Blevins has been all over him all game long.
Violation sends us back the other way. Long feed to the corner. Getting back to work. Pikeville attacking the right end of the floor. Bears back to the straightaway. Pikeville pulls the trigger, and it's taken down by the Lions of Bryan.
U-Pike back in that 2-3 zone.
Fired, and this is short.
Blevins got a piece of that one.
Working it all around to the straightaway. Fired and hits the three ball. My goodness.
That was a great offensive set called by Coach Ty Compton of the U-Pike Bears. Initially looking like a Spain pick and roll with two screens coming from Blevins and Bunch, and then a re-screen with Blevins setting it, and Iverson cut by Bunch getting to the other wing and finishing with the triple.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself. As the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century, Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Back with the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament live from Kingsport, Tennessee. Glad you're with us in the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Ty Compton sending his guys down the floor.
It's much better from Bryan. Being a bit more mobile and making something happen. Mosen running from deep there.
Yeah, a little bit more movement out of the break for Bryan. That was Jerry Taylor Jr., who assumes a lot of the playmaking for them, running from the top of the key and dishing it off. And we're seeing Bryan really settle into that 2-3 zone, and so difficult to zone up U-Pike because of the long-range shooting that they have up and down that line if they're just going to pass it around before they find an open man.
It's almost a bit like they're toying with you sometimes, just passing it really quickly.
Yeah, well, the 2-3 zone is designed to force you to shoot from the perimeter, but unfortunately, that's where Bryan really lacks when it comes to stopping the Bears, is being able to run them off the line. U-Pike always willing to pass up a good shot for a better shot. When you feel like you have Bryan, or U-Pike rather, figured out offensively, you're able to slow down Warricks, get the ball out of Bunch and Walker's hands. You feel like Kenyon Cutlip is the spot-up man, and Zion Blevins, being that fifth guy offensively, really their fifth offensive option, he's more than capable of attacking off the dribble as well. U-Pike squad that comes into this tournament as the favorite, but really can be a team that will challenge for the big crown, the NAIA National Championship. We'll see what U-Pike gets seeded in that tournament, but they're going to be a squad, a force to be reckoned with as the calendar rolls into March.
We'll head the other way. Lions on top of the ball, 52-26, all Bears so far. Feels like we're going to be seeing a lot of Pikeville this week.
Yeah, I'm sure Pikeville have booked their stay in the hotel until at least the weekend.
Planning on sticking around. Bears drive and roll this over the front of the iron. An easy bucket.
That's a good point, Frank. Some teams, you never know if this day is going to be your last. I'm sure that Coach Compton told his squad to make sure you bring 4 pairs of clothes.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Teams bring in like 4 pairs of clothes and they only get to wear 1.
3 ball goes. A beautiful bomb from downtown Kingsport, delivered from long range by Bunch. He's got 19.
But to that point, way back when there was a player for VCU, back when VCU was coached by Shaka Smart, and they were really good. They had that Cinderella trip to the Final Four. One of their best players said, I really only packed 1 outfit. I wasn't really sure how long we were going to be here. Ended up spending 3 weeks away from home. So that's something to think about with these games right here.
Driving, Brentwood gets it off the window. 30 points to the Lions.
Brentwood's come, and he's come to be counted for today. He's turned up the most for Bryan.
Yeah, but a tough matchup for Isaiah Brentwood going up against an all-defensive player in Keon Warricks, as well as all the lift that U-Pike has up and down their rotation.
Almost able to knock that down. As these two will take a break, 57-30 Pikeville Bears. They are in command in Kingsport.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill-dilly out. Bristol Motor Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races, 2 night races, 1 epic weekend. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at BristolMotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
back in Kingsport, Tennessee, getting some clarification at the table. Quick check-in between the official and the official scorer.
I think they're making some dinner reservations for later on tonight.
I hope we'll see him at Waffle House at about 2 in the morning. I'm not sure how many. By the way, plug to Jeff Campbell, who was on that Waffle House trip with us. Tuned in today, watching from Pikeville, rooting for the Bears. Stopped off the rip. 57-30, Pikeville. It has been all you, Pike. I'm going to dive into the stats in a minute, but Bears are just on cruise control.
Cruise control indeed. Playing so well that if you take away the 19 points that Bradley Bunch has provided, U-Pike still well out in front by 8.
This goes off the glass for 2 more.
Yeah, Keon Warwick's has been quiet throughout this game offensively. That his first field goal, but fortunately for him and his team, it hasn't really mattered much.
I think we lost a camera.
Down goes camera 4, huh?
That's, you know, can't quite call him Frazier, but. Bears going to make a couple of changes as this won't quite drop in.
The entire Pikeville team was laughing at that attempt.
Frank, you spoke about it earlier, the swagger that U-Pike came into the gym with. You can tell that everyone was looking at them, knowing that that's the best team, trying to see if they can topple the group that's been so dominant all year long, and they really wear that on their sleeve. It's almost like they just relish being the hunted.
Big high bounce, couldn't get that. We'll head to the other end of the floor. Calling out to tack, James Taylor.
U-Pike is expected to win this tournament. They are the odds-on favorite. They've been the best team in the AAC all year long, but this would still be a very impressive achievement because it's exhausting every week coming into a game knowing that you're going to get the best shot out of everyone that you play and having to come with your A game every single matchup. U-Pike has been experiencing that for the 2-3 months that AAC play has lasted. This would be a great finisher, a cherry on top, if you will.
To the corner, and this is off the mark.
What I'd be intrigued to see is, at some point, do you think Pikeville would take off the likes of Bunch, Warwicks, Blevins, considering they've got a big game tomorrow against Union, if they win, if they're still winning?
For sure, at some point you would think that you would try to take some of them off the floor and see if you can get some minutes for your other guys, keep them rested. But you want to make sure the game is in hand first. There's definitely still some time left, and they're going to try to extend their lead a little bit further before thinking about their next game.
On the way this goes. Really nice bucket. Down inside, 61-32, 12.5 to play. We're headed the other way. Listen, that official I mentioned that was giving me a hard time about you said he's going to throw you out as a joke.
Yeah, well.
He's coming to get you.
I'd love to see him try.
He stopped me to tell me that.
I'd love to see him try. I'd love to see him try. They're going to have to escort me out the gym.
We have to stop the game and eject one of the broadcasters.
Yeah, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen, you know. No complaints so far in this one, though. I mean, the stakes a little bit lower, but
it's not been a hard game to officiate, has it?
Yeah, I think I can go down there and wear some stripes and do this one.
Oh. Do you know my favorite thing? As an Englishman, the stereotype is the black and white outfits that the refs wear, and the fact that it's real is really amusing to me.
Good entry feed for the Lions of Bryan, who get a bucket back. taking a look back at the entire season for Pikeville, it has been a resounding success from the rip. They bested West Virginia Tech, then played Huntington and Florida Memorial, and then they went on a winning streak that lasted from November 12th into the new year, all the way through November, all the way through December, into January until the 14th of January. Their record was 17-2, and they lost to Milligan, who didn't make the conference tournament in conference play, and they won out after that. That's nuts.
Yeah, they've been so dominant all year long, just steadily risen the ranks inside of those national polls. Again, no team in Kingsport, Tennessee has experienced what it feels like to defeat U-Pike this year. I don't think a lot of them feel like it's possible. But the team that they're likely to play coming up next, the Union Bulldogs, they're one of the teams that gave U-Pike a scare this year. They came closer than most at knocking off the Bears, the vaunted Bears this season.
Bunch got the rebound, then hits the jumper three on the other end, immediately on the trigger pull. He's got 26 points. Oh no! Bunch steals it away, headed down the floor and dished out front. Back to him, another three, short. Warwicks gets this. Looking for some dessert, it pinballs out. Gibbs pulls that down.
Well, not often you see a team 44% from the three-point position. Just sums up the quality that Pikeville have compared to 13% of Bryan from that position.
It's just unreal. The numbers, if you get into them, are pretty wild. You talked about the 34%, the 46% from the floor. Free throws, 14 of 18, looking good. Turnovers, 8-5. Pikeville has been more efficient. They've got 32 rebounds to the 23 of the Lions, 10 assists to the 7 of Bryan College, 6 steals to the 2 of the Lions. Bryan has fouled a dozen times, only 4 fouls to the Pikeville Bears, as we've got a timeout on the floor between Pikeville and Bryan. 67-34, Bears lead the Lions.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself. As the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century, Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Back in Kingsport between the Bears and Lions on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne bringing you Pikeville's commanding presence being shown on the hardwood at the buzzer. Couldn't knock it down. Bears haul it in. Pikeville running the floor. He's harassed and able to maintain possession as he gives it off to Rigdon. So they pull their leading scorers off the floor. Pikeville does still have L.A. Walker in the game. He's got 11. Bunch and Cutlip to the bench as this is a bit strong. Bunch might be done for the day. 10 for 15, 9 rebounds, an assist, 26 points.
Yeah,
Can we get this guy a glass of water?
I don't think there's any point in risking him or making him more tired. We've got a game tomorrow. Game's done, realistically.
I don't know if he needs a glass of water, but the coaches who have been forced to try to game plan against him, they maybe need a glass of wine trying to wind down and take away the stress.
An aspirin.
Ibuprofen, maybe.
Yeah, something.
Maybe
My goodness.
something stronger.
19 points for Keenan Cutlip. He's 50% from the floor. 6 for 12. 5 for 9 from range. He's out of the game. Had a rebound and assist as well, as if that wasn't enough. Brentwood leading the way for the Lions with 11 points. 4 for 14, a rebound. 1 for 6 from downtown. 10 points for Jerry Taylor Jr. inside as this is taken away. Headed to the other end of the floor and off the mark for the Lions of Bryan College.
Do you know, I'd be really intrigued to see the level of U-Pike training, like when they're against each other. Could you imagine how good the level would be?
We got a player slow to rise. She's a bit shaken up.
You don't need more room than that.
Hopefully he's all right.
Entering for Bryan, number 12, 5 years.
Nick Chambliss steps off the floor and off to check on himself. Hopefully we get good news on him soon.
And I wouldn't imagine that we'll see either Bunch or Keon Warwicks back in this game for the rest of this game.
Keon Warwicks has to be the most impactful off-the-ball player I've ever seen. Down the floor. Bears leading 67-36 in full command in the driver's seat. Cruise control, maybe even autopilot as L.A. Walker makes it 69-36. Hey, we had 6-7 and didn't make a joke about it.
Yeah, that just...
Is that over?
That just means that we're a little bit more mature than maybe some of our viewing audience.
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
Is that over now? Are we done with that?
Hopefully.
We might be done with it, but the world isn't. I can tell you that much.
I didn't hate it.
I mean,
I never understood it.
It's not really.
It made me feel old.
I'm telling you, it's not really past tense. Go to some of these high school games.
Oh, they're still doing it?
Absolutely. They're doing it in college games too. We just missed it.
Matt Kibbe, who did the baseball tournament on SCSN last year for the AAC, had a 6-7 joke in an Oakland City. Remember Oakland City that beat Kentucky? He had a 6-7 joke on the public address during the game, and it went like crazy viral. It had like 1 million likes on TikTok.
Maybe we missed the trick.
It was on Kids Day.
It's usually the time where they do a lot of those women's basketball games when the team gets up to 67 and you just see the kids in the background doing the hand gesture.
I'm not sure I get it. Like, I want to get it.
If you don't get it, then that just means you're of a certain age. It's not really up to me to explain it.
What age is that? Because I don't get it.
It ranges. There's a range of it.
Bears. Walker pitches it back outside. 3-ball. Oh, my goodness. A lightning strike from the edge of the floor.
Yeah, and you spoke of the depth that U-Pike has in their rotation. We haven't heard a lot from Riley Sammons in this game, but he's a stretch big that they bring off of the bench. And he's also one of their best three-point shooters at 6'7", oddly enough.
Yeah, I can remember a game earlier on in the year where he hit 7 of them in the same game.
Long feed, and Pikeville sees this disrupted.
A Bryan foul, number 2, Derek Curtis is 40. Team 40.
Derek Curtis hit with the foul.
The active shooting. Bryan Levens, 2 shots.
That was Riley's first points of the game, that 3-ball a few moments ago. It's 75-39.
No relation to Larry.
Did I just hear a Larry Bird joke?
I think so.
Oh, it's Peyton Bird. We got the national official making Larry Bird jokes to Peyton while he's checking into the game. Are you related to Larry? Ha ha ha. I bet he's never heard that before. Ryan Lyons, Holloman. Crosses it up. Driving, it's Riley off the window and fouled. Peyton Bird soars up there to get the rebound.
It's the resident comedian here. Huh?
I'll leave. I understand. Yes. 76-40, commanding control for Pikeville.
This is one of those games that become hard for Bryan because you're just playing for dignity more than anything. You know that you're not going to come back, just playing for a bit of pride.
Rigdon running the floor. Jaden threw to the backside on the baseline, and it's picked up by Bryan College. Lions dish this to the edge of the floor, and Holloman skiffs this off the front of the iron. It's put back efficiently down inside by Moten. Long feed for the Bears as it's poked away. Glad you're with us. It's the number 10 in the nation, Pikeville Bears. Bryan College Lions. What a fun start to the day of basketball. This is game 2 of 8, so make sure you buckle your seatbelt on your couch or comfortable chair. Get some snacks first, maybe a soda, or probably shouldn't talk about soda during an athletics event. Get some water or a healthy drink of some sort.
They're not playing.
Yeah, get whatever you want, I guess.
But that's absolutely correct. We're going to have a ton of fun here in Kingsport, Tennessee. And the next game, that matchup, Milligan, the number 1 team in the conference, 18-1, finishing off, going against Montreat. Montreat, one of the best duos in the conference with Ramaya Sanders and Sarah Williams, a pair of all-conference selections.
That was a nice feed down across the floor.
I know he's not been involved too much since coming on, but Justin Sapoy might be the biggest human I've ever seen. He's 6'11". He makes Riley Salmons not look that tall.
I think he's a secret weapon that Coach Compton has just been keeping at his disposal, really an ace in the hole, if you will. Feel like he's going to make some sort of impact before their season is over.
He's played in 19 of their 28 games they played so far. The junior has scored 30 points this season, shooting 65% from the floor. Bird gets this to go. It is still raining.
Didn't even know it was raining.
It's been raining. It rained all night. Kind of concerning amount of rain, actually, for where we're at in the country. I'm kind of worried about it as the Lions can't get this to go. That was Ty Gibbs, the freshman. Definitely excited to see more of Ty Gibbs. He's going to develop a lot. He is 100% going to be a staple of this Lions program for a long time. Really fun to watch him play.
Yeah, and there has to be some excitement from the fans of the Lions when you look up and down, really that rotation of their 8 top rotational players. Only one of them in Cole Torres will see his career come to an end after tonight. Taylor Jr., a junior, as well as Breadwood, Ty Gibbs being a freshman, Curtis, a sophomore, Moten, a junior. So a ton of experience coming back for Bryan, and they hope that they can use that to make their way up the standings next season.
Definitely sorry to see anybody's career come to an end. It's so tough. You know, most of these guys, and on the women's side, the gals, have played since they were children. I mean, they played small ball, if you will, when they were little, played all the way into middle school, high school, made the varsity cut, played varsity ball. They were recruited made it onto the roster, some of them scholarshiped. Endless nights of homework, hard work, and that's emotional. That's tough to see it come to an end after it's consumed your life to this point. Short. Inside, Lions of Bryan College. 4.5 to play. Yes. Beautiful long-range ball.
Yeah, not a surprise to see Cole Torres try to empty the clip here as his career begins to come to a close. Like seeing his coach allow him to play out the string.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com. All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content. NSBN Sports, visit us at nsbnsports.com.
In the late stages in Kingsport between the Pikeville Bears and Bryan College Lions, I think we'll see more Pikeville Bears this week.
I reckon so.
Seems as though we will.
I think that'd be a good prediction.
Pretty bold. Pretty big guess.
Don't go out on too much of a limb.
Yeah, that's going to be a marquee matchup tomorrow. The two marquee top billing programs in the AAC, U-Pike and Union, doing battle in that semifinal round.
It's almost one for the ages, really, isn't it? It's been a battle that's been going on for so long.
Yeah, the normal bully on the block, Union. We're so used to seeing them at the top of the AAC, and then U-Pike, the new sheriff in town.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I didn't realize how dominant they had really been. I knew they'd been good, but man, what was it, 9 of 10 or 10 of 11?
10 of 11 AAC championships. And really, again, up until last year, the preeminent program in the AAC.
That was, what, 11 through 22 they did that run? That's a crazy run. That is a long time to be that good. And they've made it here to Kingsport. They had a statement win to get to the next round. And they could indeed make some noise, but they're going to have to get by the number 10 team in America if they want to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be a matchup between the last two regular season champions in the AAC. Of course, U-Pike going back-to-back, Union winning it in 2024.
The last time those two teams met was back on the 18th of this month, so really recent towards the end of their season. And it was a close one between the Bears and the Bulldogs. The Dogs lost by 4, 68-64.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be at that game, and it was a really good game. Went right down to the wire. Union better on home court advantage, but the quality ended up shining. Every time Union looked like they brought it close, Bunch or Warwicks would just go down the other end and just calm it down, look over at the student section as if to silence them.
That's going to be a ton of fun. A lot of those matchups are going to be very interesting.
Flipped across, wanted to go down to the corner. Bears regathered on the front court. So Ty Compton can put this on the resume as another tournament win in his career at the helm of Pikeville. And these guys continue their electric run through 2026. I mean, this season has been Disney-like for Pikeville. Just 3 losses. So close to going undefeated. Those 2 losses at the beginning of the season and just 1 in conference play.
I was more of a Nickelodeon kid growing up than Disney, I'll say.
Me too. Me too.
Cartoon Network underrated.
I miss Adult Swim. As this one, the floater, couldn't get it to go.
Adult Swim.
Remember that? They did like little fun.
Yeah, what was your go-to?
I don't know. I liked it all. I still like Family Guy. I think it's a little, it's not the same as it was, but I like the writing.
Still going on?
Yeah, I like the writing. It was like so many jokes every minute.
You don't think it's jumped the shark a little bit?
I think it's kind of time to pack it in. That and Simpsons. Sorry if you're a Simpsons. I know that probably is going to make some people mad, but.
Well, that's jumped the shark long ago.
Yeah, like 20 years?
Close.
It's probably time to pack it up, boys. No offense. I mean, they're fine. It's just that's enough. It's enough. 83-53. This one is just not gonna go. 97 seconds to play. Pikeville Bears looking like Yogi Bear on Saturday morning cartoons. Winning.
Just playing out the string here, up by 33, a dominant performance from the #1 team in the bracket.
And they've had the good opportunity to rest the majority of their key players. Would have been ideal for Coach Compton. This is a complete different lineup that we've not really seen too much this season.
Battled away and running the floor. Good roll, and he's got enough to get this one to drop. Buttered it up, put it home. 85-55. This has been just insane from Pikeville. One of the higher scoring totals we've ever seen in an Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament game. No. Pulls down.
Oh, that's a good point, Gabe. Usually these games really grinded out type of defensive showdowns, but U-Pike clicking on all cylinders offensively today.
Lions looking for one final bucket and cash it in. Beautiful ball delivered from the outside. That's Cole Torres. 85-58. The Bears will be allowed to dribble it out. We're going to hear from our player of the game. Frank Osborne will be on the floor with that interview in just a few moments. Any final thoughts? Well, of course you're going to have final thoughts. You're going to have a lot of them, but what do you think about today's performance of these two programs? How does this leave you feeling, Lorenzo?
It leaves me feeling like U-Pike is not only going to be a force to be reckoned with this week, they're not only going to challenge for an AAC crown, a tournament crown that is, they're also going to be a force when you talk about the national tournament, some of the best in the NAIA. Great shooting, finishing inside, and defensively so difficult to hang with. Bryan unable to crack the code here today.
Unable to crack the code is right. I mean, it just was a crazy performance. It boiled and boiled and rolled, and they just could not make mistakes as this wore on. 85-58 going to be your final as the Pikeville Bears take it in commanding fashion over the Bryan College Lions. Super impressed, obviously, with what we've seen from these two programs, as Frank Osborne will be standing by with our player of the game for a quick word. Appreciate you being with me today, Lorenzo, and Frank was in the booth with us for most of this. We're going to send it down to the floor to Frank and our player of the game. He'll introduce himself and the player as we go down there right now.
I'm Frank Osborne, joined by today's player of the game, Bradley Bunch. First of all, congratulations. How does that feel to get through to the next round?
It feels good, man. It feels real good. On to the next. We took care of business today. We got to take care of business tomorrow.
And you face Union, who's a team you've played recently. How does it match up playing against a team who you've played just weeks ago?
They're fresh. They're fresh on our minds. We didn't play them too long ago, and they're a good team. So we got to come ready to play and just handle our business.
And is there a certain pressure coming into the tournament as favourites? Obviously, you've had such a successful season. Is it pressure, or do you just feel that?
Yeah, it's a pressure. You know, we have a target on our backs, and everybody's, kind of chasing us, and we just got to take care of business, man.
And AAC Player of the Year for the second season in a row. That must feel good.
Yeah, it feels great. All the hard work's paying off, and I'm just very blessed.
Congratulations, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Frank Osborne. Bradley Bunch for joining us on the Southeast Sports Network. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live in our copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the app or platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network and Tri-Media.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill-billy out. Bristol Motor Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races, 2 night races, 1 epic weekend. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at bristolmotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!